Hello, welcome to another video, and today I just want to talk about The Boys Season 4. Now, this isn't the first time that I've just talked about a TV show. The Halo show I talked about for Season 2. I think I'm going to make a video about the recent news on the Halo series on Wednesday. I haven't played any Elden Ring DLC yet. I've been playing college football. I know. Sports games are usually bad. EA is bad. EA Sports is even worse. But I've been having a great time trying to turn Michigan State into a dynasty. Hasn't happened yet. But that is besides today's video. That's not what today's video is about. Today is about The Boys, Season 4. It ended on Thursday. I thought about making this video on Friday, but I uploaded the end of the base Elden Ring playthrough. Again, Elden Ring's amazing. Go play it. But I don't think I am in the minority when I say that to me, Season 4 is definitely the weakest season of The Boys. And for The Boys standard, because The Boys is just genuinely better TV than a lot of other stuff. It was pretty just mediocre at times, if that makes sense. Now, it had good moments, and the ending, I think, was maybe the best ending of a season so far. The early ones, it's been so long that, recency biased. But especially compared Season 4 to Season 3, the ending of Season 4 definitely feels better and feels like we're on the path to the ending of The Boys, which Season 5 is supposed to be the final season. But just talking about the season overall, I think Season 4 is the complete opposite, at least to me, as Season 3, where Season 3, I felt like the whole season, the whole body of work, it was building up super well, super compelling. There was no storylines that were that, bad. That didn't, there wasn't really any areas where you're okay, let me just get through this to get to the scenes I want to see, kind of thing. That is most likely because Soldier Boy is in it. Soldier Boy was great, in my opinion, in The Boys. The actor, everything. Everything seemed to fit perfectly with the show, having Soldier Boy in it. And then the ending felt lackluster and felt like, we're literally just back where we were at the start of the season. All this compelling stuff, everything that was building, just kind of finishes, and then we're back where we kind of were. Now, Homelander was a little more crazy at the very end of Season 3. It just felt like they brought Soldier Boy in. It was great. And then when it ends, it's he's back where he started. And the fact that, I'm sorry if I'm spoiling Season 3, Maeve not dying and it made no sense watching it. It was one of those moments when you're watching a show and something kind of doesn't make sense and it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. That's kind of how Season 3's finale felt like. Now, Season 4, which this video is actually about, felt the complete opposite. It felt like a lot of the actual build-up and the meat and potatoes of the season wasn't very compelling, I'll say, to be nice. Just say it wasn't good, because it wasn't that good. There was way more storylines in Season 4 that I found that didn't really do anything. And it was mainly all the side stories that it seemed like every single character on The Boys, the team, had their own, and most of them I did not really care about at all. Kimiko, I didn't really care about at all, to be honest. It was also so short-lived. The other girl shows up. I think the Kimiko thing was part of 4 episodes at most, and 2 of them it might have been the little flyer or something kind of bit in it. It just felt like in the middle of it when her and Huey end up not getting kidnapped, but end up fighting them in a random warehouse. It just kind of felt like they needed them to be doing something while everything else was happening. So they just threw that small side plot in. I didn't care about it at all. I don't know. I could be on an island. I like Kimiko as a character and everything. I like all the boys as a character. I think overall the show's really good. That storyline, didn't care about. Frenchie's, I think, was even worse. It just randomly threw in this love kind of thing with this Colin guy which felt weird because it seemed like him and Kimiko were finally like starting to really get together. No, it just starts off and he's kind of having like what feels like an affair in a way, just like how he's kind of like sneaky about it or not talking about it, and he's trying to hide it kind of. And then it comes out he killed the guy's family and something else with the Russian gang that he used to be a part of back in the day and everything. And watching it, I was just kind of like, I don't care about this at all. It didn't feel very great. And then he finally tells him, he beats him up. Frenchie feels bad and then turns himself into the police. Even though he's like working for like Secret Service, like CIA type shit with the government, so you'd think that he would like have, you know, some pull and stuff, but turns himself in. The next episode he just never appears, doesn't have any lines, has nothing. It's honestly seemed like the actor just took the episode off. It was very, very weird. And then it makes it worse that the next episode, the next episode in the series, he just returns. And they're just like, oh yeah, we just pulled some strings or whatever, and here he is. And he's just a little awkward with Kimiko the rest of it until the end, and they both go, yeah, we're both kind of fucked up. I mean, everyone in The Boys is pretty fucked up if we're being honest. And then they kiss, and now it's they're together. I mean, the ending, everything kind of gets fucked up, but that was kind of Frenchie's storyline. Didn't care about that at all. It ends, it was there, it was just, it felt like filler, like just being honest. Mother's Milk didn't really have like a big side story. He had little bits with his family and like this, I'm going to try and run away from this, and that he's dealing with like panic attacks and stuff like that. I don't think that was bad at all, because it didn't really feel like it was, you know, full out taking time out of the story that you want to see. It was like part of it and just the side thing that he's kind of freaking the fuck out and everything. I didn't hate that. Him also getting A-Train, all that. I enjoyed that part of that. I like that kind of side story. Huey's with his dad, I think could have been better. It just was dragged on too long, in my opinion. It made me not like it because it felt like a bad taste that they were just wasting time. Like the fact of the dad's clearly going to die. Huey being completely against it, steals Compound V in order to try and save him, goes to do it, has the realization, no, I don't want to do this. I've come to terms with my dad dying kind of thing. You know, it's a big thing, big character moment. Sure. And then he comes back, and the mom, who just showed up out of nowhere, which I also couldn't have cared less about that, does it for him. Dad gets powers, freaks the fuck out, ends up killing people. That whole thing was like entertaining, you know, like it was pretty good. It was funny to see like someone with dementia getting powers in between that. I don't know if he has dementia. I guess he just, I mean, he does. Sure he does. And then like not knowing what the hell is going on and like killing people on act. Like it was interesting to see that part of it. But then it ends off that same episode with just Huey again coming to terms that his dad has to die, and he kills his dad. Like they did the same thing twice. And I think it would have been better if Huey was like, I can't let this happen, and he put the V in his dad, realized, what did I do? I made a big fuck up kind of thing. Come to terms when he actually did die, like in the show. I think that would have made it make way more sense, would have been way better. And then Starlight, I don't know, she really didn't seem like she had a lot going on through a lot of this, which is fine. It seemed like she was just kind of there to tag along for a lot of it, and I get that they didn't. I don't know. It felt like this season didn't need to be done. If they made it like a 13 episode season, and they cut out a lot of the fat, they could have finished the series then, rather than wanting a 5th season, which I assume like Amazon or whatever wanted, just because it is a really good show. It does really well. Obviously, the season does have good moments. The party at the mansion, the whole Homelander is great throughout this whole season. Realistically, there's a lot of him not really feeling like he is enforcing his will with like his powers. It's more him like kind of scheming with what the hell's her name? I can't think of her name. The smartest girl kind of thing. being more planning a thing with her, you know, utilizing that side of it more so was interesting to see. I'm not going to go through every single plot point because there's just so many. There's just the ones with the characters in The Boys. They just felt like such bad filler that just left a bad taste in my mouth throughout like the main parts of the season. And it did have good moments throughout the season. Like, it wasn't like I was sitting there, it was terrible, finale, it was great. Whenever there'd be Huey and Frenchie and stuff, I'd be like, okay, I want to see the plot progress. Like Billy the Butcher's whole thing with his devil and angel on his side, all that. I enjoyed that whole thing. I think that was done pretty well. The finale of, I'm not going to spoil though, it was great. It definitely also leaves off at a clear goal, like a clear path forward to the ending of The Boys. It's a shame that it's probably going to be like 2 years until we watch it. But I don't know. Overall, I just thought season 4 of The Boys was a little lackluster compared to the other seasons of The Boys, like on a whole. I think the finale arguably is the best finale of The Boys because the other ones kind of just all felt like back to square one. Not necessarily like exactly that, but it just had kind of that feeling, while this one felt like shit hit the fan and it's going this way. But that is just my thoughts on season 4 of The Boys and some of the issues I had with a lot of the side plot, smaller stuff. Overall, again, I think it's good television. I think just on the scale of The Boys, it's definitely the weakest season. I'm sorry if you enjoyed it. You can enjoy whatever you want. I just, comparing it to like season 3 especially, season 3 was so goddamn good the whole way through. That just makes season 4 as a body just feel a little bit lacking. But let me know what you think of The Boys Season 4 in the comments. Consider subscribing. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesday, I think I'm going to be talking about the Halo show because I've talked about it in the past, and there's some big news about that. And Friday, we'll see. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.